This is what I look like right now. Don't judge me.
Case closure.
Today is Wellness Wednesday. Woo! I hope that's not crazy that I just did that.
I am not a gang member.
Yeah. No, but seriously, today is the very first episode of Wellness Wednesday. Okay, so today I wanted to show you guys and girls, men and women, non-binary. No, seriously. I wanted to just show everyone like a day in the gym for me with my trainer. However, I just got a new trainer and we're going to be collabing. Today was a great day. But we're going to be collabing later in the future because he has his own fitness page. I'm going to link his Instagram page down below, but or it's going to be in the description box. But he super great, super awesome. Either way, I wanted to show you all how like a day in the gym goes for me. And I had every intention to show you all today, and I'm going to show you the workouts that I did today, the home style edition, so you can do it at the crib. Yes, it's for the booty. Hey,
Are you ready to get it right? And
yeah, but today I'm just take time to tell y'all this story about why I have a new trainer. And I'm going to, like I said, show you the at-home version of the workouts I did for today, that you can do for yourself whenever you have the time. You don't need any of the equipment I had, and the only equipment I had was a yoga mat. If you got a floor and you got a body, you can do it. So later in the future, my new trainer and I are going to be collabing because obviously he has his own platform. He's a trainer. But we're going to collab, get some video footage of me in action in the gym so y'all can see like I'm actually doing what I said I was going to do. Okay? Before I started recording myself anyway and adding my trainer into this new YouTube life that I'm starting, I just wanted to get to know him, make sure that we were able to connect, you know, like not saying that we have to be the best of friends, but we definitely have to be able to coexist and work with one another. So I just wanted to make sure I did that first today. Okay, so in November last year, 2020, I decided like, yo, I've been saying for the longest, you know, like I really want to get a trainer. I want to really know how to use these machines based on like what I'm trying to do with my body, because like as much as those little diagrams help, they don't, you know. And I just want to be trained on how to train my own body based on what I have going on. Now, mind you,
This is not no waist trainer. I got scoliosis.
I have uneven hips and waist, and I also have certain fitness goals that I'm trying to achieve, like many. And I already kind of have the natural physique, which is why I kind of want to make sure I'm getting in and keeping that natural physique. You feel me?
I know y'all feel me.
But I definitely want the hourglass figure. Okay. And I just want to attain it naturally, and I want to just know, or I wanted to know how to do that. So I thought that getting the training was the best way to do it. Okay. Yes. I've watched YouTube videos. I've watched, people in the gym while I'm at the gym, you know, like I've looked up stuff on Google, you know, like I've done all of that. I wanted the hands-on experience, so I got a trainer. So November 2020, I get a trainer, and I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't in the clearest mind state to be starting something new, because I was still kind of in that whole like, I'm gonna do it, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna find every excuse to not do it. So there are a lot of times that I planned to meet with my trainer, but things came about. At the time, I was still in grad school, which I still am in grad school. I'm just taking a semester off, LOL. My family knows now, so I can talk about it.
Huge relief.
But at the time, I was in grad school. I was a brand new grad student. I was trying to figure that out, trying to figure out finances, and just a lot of different things were going on for me. So it was hard for me to be committed or driven as much as I wanted to be in my fitness life. Right, you know, it was hard for me to be as driven as I wanted to be. So, this trainer, he was cool, black guy, shorter black guy. I just feel like I should emphasize that just so that we can understand some things. Anyway, I don't wish bad on him. I pray for him, and I hope that he succeeds beyond me, because I'm just going to chalk it up as we weren't compatible.
Like whatsoever.
Really weren't. But I was going on and off in November and December. Holidays came around, I really slacked off. I was like, man, my birthday this month, Christmas, New Year's Eve, been stuck in the house for Corona. I ain't doing nothing that I don't want to do, right? And even though I wanted to get this trainer, right, like I just said, I just didn't want to train at the time. And I also had other things going on. So needless to say, I was not as committed as I could have been or wanted to. I went about a month without training, right? Without seeing him. I'd only went to him a good 4 or 5 times, handful of times. And I learned a lot within those time frames, but it wasn't enough for the results to stick and show. Now, I was receiving results, literally, like even strength-based results that I'm specifically asked about because of my scoliosis and stuff like that. But his attitude was always just so, yeah. You know, and I don't know how else to describe it without like coming for his whole head as I want to. But I knew he kind of was I just knew he was a very headstrong person, and who he thought he was and what he thought he was capable of doing. Which, okay, cool. You confident. Got it. Me too. When I finally did go back in January, you know, I messaged him like, hey, you know I haven't been as consistent, but I am ready to be that. I'm ready to come back, get back in. Let's get to it. Either way, he's still getting my money, so I was going to do it regardless. You know, but I just wanted him to know, like, hey, I apologize for my lack of consistency or inconsistency. Here I am, right? So he's like, okay, cool. I'll see you when you come in. I came in. Attitude was instantly a no. Instantly. From the very moment that I started training that day in January, when I came back, right, after a month of not being there, he was very just vindictive, if that's the right word. I think that's the right word. And very like subliminal with everything that he was doing. He was like, oh yeah, for example, oh, when's the last time I seen you? I know you just looked at your schedule and you can see the last time that you seen me, but I'm gonna go ahead and entertain it. And I answered and said, I think it was about a month. I think it's been about a month. Yeah, it's been a minute, you know, it's crazy, but you know, a lot of stuff has been going on. Brushing it off, right? Forgive my hair. But I really just came from the gym, so this is, listen, wellness. You don't always look that good when you're trying to be well, all right? But no, this man replies by saying, yeah, it's been a minute. You know, that's a long time. A month is a long time, you know, since the last time we trained. And, you know, now I got a lot of clients and I want them to, you know, book a week in advance because I don't have time for all the cancellations and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. You know, I could dig it. I understand. I respect it. Can I come see you around this time next week? The following Friday. Let's do it. I'm ready to be consistent. He was like, yeah, I could put you down. But, you know, my regulars like to come in on Friday.
Yeah?
Not sure why he's telling me this, but he's telling me, yeah, and if one of the regulars wants to come in at that time and that day, you know, I'm going to just have to cancel your time. So I said, okay. I just left it alone. I'm still just trying to get this training in, nigga. I'm paying you. You feel me? Like, just do your job. That's it. So I'm ignoring it. I'm staying kind of like mellow. I'm just like, okay, cool, brushing it off my shoulders, getting the dust off. And he seems like continuously and growingly irritated. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. I'm still being me. I'm still just trying to get the workouts and stuff together. We go to the next machine. I'm telling him like, hey, yeah, it feels a little weird. Now, mind you, he knows about my scoliosis. I've shown him x-ray pictures. I've shown him, you know, even what the physical therapist that I have gave me in order, you know, to work out on. Like, I'm very open and honest about what my goals are with this man. So I'm telling him, which he's already aware, like, hey, you know, this one's kind of hurting my back a little bit. I don't know if it's been a minute, you know, but like my feet are sliding and it's making my back feel weird. He was like, oh, because you got on the wrong shoes. Take them off. I'm like, okay, but my feet are hot. Nigga, I'm at the gym. I'm hot. So they're going to slide. So I do it anyway. They slide. I'm like, dang, yeah, it's not working. It's still hurting. You know, like, and I put it back up. He steady adding weight onto this bad boy. I'm like, bro, it's okay. I get what you're trying to do, but you have to listen to what I'm saying, G. Like, my back will give up. It will give clean up on me. And I'm trying to let you know, but you don't care.
Twinkle, twinkle.
Cool. This is a bit much. Like, I get you're trying to get results, but I don't have to be speedy to my results. And I think that's what he thought. Like, he was trying to train me like an Olympian, and like the Olympics was coming up next week. Like, I'm like, dude, it's not it. I'm really just trying to learn how to be healthy. And then you're not of use anymore. No offense. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not here for all that. And I'm not you. So I don't know if he was like expecting me to be, I don't know. To the last workout machine. And I tell him, you know, it's not hurting my back as much, but I am starting to feel a little nauseous. Now, I can see him being fed up because at this point, I just sound like I got all the excuses in the world, right? But I honestly have a 47 degree, almost 50 degree curve in my back, okay? So it actually does give me issues. And I've been trying to strengthen it naturally because I'm not trying to get surgery or have metal in my back or any of that stuff. But I'm being very open about what's going on. I threw up before, so you know I'm not lying about this whole nauseous thing. I'm really trying, but I feel like you pushed me beyond my limits. Like, I'm talking to him, not trying to come up with excuses, you know, because even at the end, I'm like, dang, I'm not really trying to give up. You know, like, I'm just really feeling how I'm feeling. He, oh, yeah, it's okay. We got to stop, though, if you're feeling nauseous and all this other stuff. Which I didn't understand because last time I threw up, I got over it and then I was on the next machine. So, but anyway, we not, that's crazy. After that, I go back to the little training booth thing and we're talking about like, when I'm going to see him next. Now, mind you, I said, okay, I can come Friday. I told him at the beginning of the session. He said, all right, cool. I got you locked in. When I'm going to see you before then, excuse me. And I told him, which I had already had in my mind, like, hey, you know, on on Monday, I'll come back and I'll do workouts on my own, maybe tap you in type of thing, you know, but I decided that I'm gonna come back Monday, even though I'm not seeing you personally until Friday. This man replies to me and says, oh, and it's Friday. So he says, what about tomorrow? What about Sunday? And I'm like, well, what about them, bro? But I'm just like, dude, regardless of if I have something to do or not, I told you that I was coming Monday, right? Why are you pushing past what I just said? You feel me? So I was uncomfortable by that. But again, I'm still letting all of these little slick comments and these slick remarks pass by, right? So we're sitting there and he's steady just venting about how I need to take care of my health and prioritize this and eat better and drink water, like he my uncle almost, or like a dad figure, or like, I don't know what, I don't know. But just slightly overdoing his part. Like, I got the passion, but the passion started to turn into like a little bit obsessive as far as like what he desired in my life. And I'm like, dude, you're getting my bread, so do what I say. Like, what? But I also get he's my trainer. You're meant to show like that tough love type of thing. But it was just beyond boundary tough love. Like, it was just too much, you know. But what got me was, well, two things got me. I told him, like, yeah, after he said that, I'm like, yeah, you know I do got to get some stuff together. I'm really trying to get this wellness journey in order. You know what I'm saying? I just had a lot going on, you know. And I also just lost my car. So it's harder to move around. This man says, So you stay in Chicago, get on a bus, take a train. Like, we all go through, just overly minimizing. And mind you, I'm not even saying all that I've gone through. I'm touching the surface barely, because it's none of his business. It's not the nature of our relationship. But I'm trying to tell him, like, hey, things have been going on. I apologize. I already told you prior to coming here that what I'm on now, you know what I'm saying? Like, work with me or not.
It's literally that simple.
And he just kept having these little slick jabs and stuff like that. So I was just like, okay, whatever. The cherry on top is when he asked. Now, mind you, he's already doing this in front of other trainers and other trainees. So I'm already feeling isolated, and I'm already feeling like, dude, relax. Like, you're doing too much, for one, and for two, you're doing it in front of people. That's really gonna blow me. This man, in the middle of him talking, reach over to his trainee that's after me and says, if you were her, how many times would you tell her to come to the gym? You know? And the girl was just like, she looked up, didn't even look at me, and didn't reply. And then he went talk to the other trainers or something like that. But she was just like, which I appreciated her. I ended up having a little conversation with her, because I'm like, thank you. At least you got some sense. She ignored it because she's like, that's none of my business. You know, and for him as the professional to put someone else in that position, and we're both trying to attain our own personal fitness goals, and I'm paying you as a personal trainer for those fitness goals, you shouldn't be, for one, comparing me to the next person. You also shouldn't be asking the other person to tell me what to do like I'm paying her. No, I'm paying you, and I need you to do what you supposed to do, sir. And he wasn't. And it really was blowing me. But I tried to just leave it alone. I didn't want to do too much. I'm too nice, really. But I didn't want to do too much in that setting. Later, I messaged him, hey, you know, I appreciate you still accepting me as a trainee, despite the fact that I haven't been as consistent as I'd like, you know, but I do plan to be more consistent, and I hope that you can see that in my efforts of coming back today and scheduling with you and really trying to, you know, get back in. And I'm sorry if it doesn't appear that way. However, if we're going to be working in the future, I really have to just say something about your communication today. Like, I'm not sure if this was tough love or if it was meant to motivate me, but it was completely discouraging, you know, and I didn't like it, and I felt disrespected. So I just hope that you can see that I'm trying to be more consistent in the future. And I hope that, you know, our communication can be better on both sides. And I'll see you Friday. Right? Nice, long, little, lengthy little message that I didn't have to do, but I felt I should, because I didn't want him to think that that's how our relationship was going to continue to transpire. Like, no, I may not overdo it, but I'm definitely going to do something. Okay? This man replies and says, it wasn't meant to encourage you. It was the truth.
I was literally stuck on stupid at this point.
Now, see, this is a message I can't relay to the internet. I ain't gonna lie, I went off. Because who? Who? Not me. Because it's a certain way to deal with things. But at the end of the messages, I essentially told him it's one thing to not want to work with me anymore because you feel like whatever you feel, which I don't care about, you know, at this point. But to take me back and then treat me how you treat me because you feel a way about how whatever, it's not going to work for me. It's not going to fly. So I ended up getting a new trainer. When I called the export location that I was at and told them the situation, they were more than willing to give me a new trainer. Sorry, this edge is really throwing me off, but it's okay. They were more than willing to give me a new trainer. But the only thing was I still had to go to that gym. And the trainer that I had was the main one there all the time. So I was never going to escape him. And this location was kind of small. Everything was on one floor. So I was somehow inevitably going to interact with him. And that's not to say I couldn't. I just didn't want to, because I feel like it was going to, even if I consciously knew or blocked his effect, subconsciously, I just knew it was going to have an effect. His energy, where I was, the facility itself, like even I just knew that I wasn't going to be as comfortable as I'd like to. You know what I'm saying? It's already an uncomfortable situation to be in the gym around a whole bunch of people trying to get to your goal or whatever the case is. But to do it and you have someone who is trying to help you and they acted that way, it was just not a good feel for me. So luckily, I was able to switch locations and get a new trainer at a new location. The same gym, just a new location and a new trainer. And my trainer today, super awesome, professional, kind, attentive, was actually listening to what I said I wanted to do, you know, and now he's willing to collab with me. And so it was a very, very, very good session. Everything happens for a reason, you know, like literally everything I believe happens for a reason. My new personal trainer is great. I'm very happy now. Okay. Listens, attentive, kind, and still has that, come on, you got it, motivating, you know, energy, but is not trying to like demean me or make me feel bad about what I am or where I've gone or how far I've come. You know, like granted, it was the first day, but you know, we exchanged social medias. We exchanged like, you know, you can follow me on YouTube. So I don't know. I'm very excited. And like I said, we're going to collab later down the line once he sees my consistency, which is why I'm doing this also so I can stay on my own butt. But we started on a good journey. So my new trainer is great. I'm excited to have him. I feel like we're going to tone this body up. Lastly, I would just like to end with just a word of advice, just because of just this experience and just the experiences I've been having so far in life. I really just want you all to take what I take for every day so that it kind of helps me keep pushing beyond like what's trying to stop me. Nothing is happening to you. Everything is happening for you. And if you keep that in mind, it'll be way easier to navigate through all the BS that tries to knock you down. What he did for me was great. I have a better trainer now. I have better resources. The facility, even though it's the same gym, is way bigger. It's less intimidating because, you know, it's not people all up on you, you know, like, or you blocking the person from doing their personal, ain't none of that. So it's way better. And maybe I'm being dramatic about it, but that's just how I see life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm grateful. That's it for the video, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to my personal tea time, my personal story.
Sorry, I know it's long.
Hearing me vent, essentially, and I hope that you at least still got something from it, or I entertained you. But I'm also going to add in at the end the home version of the workouts that I did today in the gym. If you're like curious about a few like glute activation workouts to do. Again, and I must say, as I'm giving you this advice, I'm no expert in anything at this point. I'm just me, and I'm giving you what works for me in hopes that it works for you. Okay? Always consult your medical physicians and your own trainers, okay? And your own body. Consult with yourself, okay? And make sure that what you're doing, from me, if I'm ever giving you advice, tips, workout habits, whatever the heck the case is, make sure that you consult with yourself and that it works for you, because I am no expert. I'm just becoming, and I hope that I can help you do the same. Love y'all.
Okay, so these exercises are very simple. The first one was just a donkey kick, and I do it on both sides. You can do this at the gym at home, but I'm just going to show you right here that is not how you do it. You're supposed to kick it straight up in the air, and you kind of see my right butt cheek being activated. Do it as many times as you can and repeat it on the other side. Okay, so here I'm doing the traditional squat. I try to keep really good form, and I try to pause at the end like that to really just set into those movements. But yeah, just a basic squat as many times as you can. Okay, so for the last workout, I kind of had to do a slight modification. At the gym, my hands were up on something that was about 4 inches tall. So I think that gives you a different workout, but this is still good for the gooties. Suck your stomach in, as always with any workout. I'm sure you've heard that if you did any type of sport. And yeah, complete as many as you can and be done. I love y'all, and remember, dust yourself off and try again.